Hey everybody, we're going to talk about multiplying and dividing radicals. Well, multiplying radicals is one of the easiest things you'll probably ever do. You just multiply the things on the outside and multiply the things on the inside, and then you're done. So, if that's what we're doing, that's the case, then we have 4 times 3 is 12. And then on the inside, 5 times 2 is 10. And that is it. So when we have variables, it's the same way. So we multiply on the outside, x times y, xy. On the inside, I have y and x. Y times x is also xy. That one's done. So now the next one, it's the same thing. It'll be 10 radical 18. But this one, just be careful because we might have to simplify the radical again. Because in this case, we have a situation where 18 can actually be broken up into 9 times 2. And 9 is a perfect square, so that will come out as a 3. So that will be multiplied by 10, because we multiply the numbers on the outside, so 30. And we're left with radical 2. And the next one, we have 6 times 4 is 24, and then I have 7 times 7 inside the radical is 49. And 49 is actually a perfect square, so our answer when 49 comes out is 7, so it's going to be 24 times 7, which is 168. And that is our answer for that one. So that's really all there is to it with multiplying radicals. Dividing radicals is a little bit different. Not too bad, but it's a little different. So we have to divide radicals that have the same, what's on the inside to be the same. So we have to, once again, like we've been doing, we have to change radical 20 into 4 times 5. 4 can come out as a 2. So this problem becomes This problem becomes 2 radical 5. Whoa, hold on. 4 radical 5 over 2 radical 5. So now that we have radical 5 on the top and the bottom, they both cancel out. And now I have 4 divided by 2, and that's just 2. So the answer to this is 2. For the next one, we cannot do anything. Why can't we do anything? Because there is no way we can simplify radical 3 and radical 2 so that they will have the same number inside of the radical. So there's nothing else we can do. So for the next one, we have, the first thing I noticed with this one is we have 7 over 14. That right there we can simplify before we even do anything with the radicals. So 7 over 14 is just 1/2. So then we have a new problem, 18 over 2 radical 2. Radical 18 over 2 radical 2. So it's a little bit easier to work with now. So then we just change radical 18 to radical 9 times 2. The 9 will come out as a 3. So now I'm going to go up here. So the 9 will come out as a 3. I will have 3 radical 2. And then I will have 2 radical 2. So the radicals will cancel. And my answer for that one will be 3/2. The next one. So y cubed, we can split that up into y squared times y. And that, the y will come out as a y. The y squared will come out as a y. And then we will be left with y inside. And on the bottom, we have xy, radical y. All right, so the radical y's will cancel out now. And that'll be easier to work with. And we have y on the top and on the bottom. So all that we're left with now is just 1 over x. Okay, for this one, the next one, we're going to simplify. We have 3x, and then radical y to the 5th will come out. So it'll be radical y to the 4th times y, which will come out as y squared, radical y, over. And actually, I can take this dot out. I don't need it. So I just have 3x, y squared. And on the bottom, I still have my 12, y squared. I actually can't simplify that at all on the bottom because the y inside the radical that's the best we can get. Can't do anything else. And now we can just cancel some things out. Radical y and radical y squared and y squared. 3 over 12 becomes 1/4. So now I have x over 4 as my final answer. For the last one, I have to, let me just move this. Okay, give myself some more room. Alright, so this one's a little bit different because we can't divide yet because we have a situation where we have to multiply and distribute this first. So when we do that, we're going to get x radical 18 plus x radical 2 over radical 8. We still cannot do anything yet in terms of dividing because we have to add on the top before we divide. But the problem is I can't add radical 18 and radical 2. So I actually have to change x radical 18 to x radical 9 times 2. The 9 comes out as a 3. So now I have 3x radical 2. So now that is going to be in place of x radical 18. I did it on the side so I don't get confused. So that's going to go into here. So I have 3x radical 2 plus x radical 2 over the radical 8 I can change. I have 4 times 2 inside the radical. The 4 comes out as a 2 radical 2. So now I have this. Now I can actually add my numbers on the top, my radicals on the top. 3x plus x, 4x. Radical 2 stays. And then on the bottom, I have 2 radical 2. Alright, so now we're almost there. So now all we need to do is I can cross out my radical 2's, and I have 4 over 2, which equals 2. So I'm just left with 2x.